So before starting the whole review of the beta, I have to say that personally I have 15 hours, 1500 hours playing Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare series. And I'm telling you this because there's been people saying that this game, it's like a clone of Call of Duty. And seriously, I don't see like the I see the difference. This is no Call of Duty game, and people are saying like, oh no, it's not fun because it's not like Call of Duty. You know, like if you want to play Call of Duty, go and play Call of Duty. If you want to play Battlefield, go and play Battlefield. Titanfall brings something good to the table. It's something I wasn't expecting, but I was just surprised and excited to play. The idea of going with your mechs, like fighting each other to the death, like if you were like in some kind of Gundam, was like pretty well done. And to be honest, we haven't seen like a game like this in a few years. In a way, in done right. You know, there've been a good ones, but this time they actually make it right, even for the FPS genre. It has parkour elements. You can go like if you see something, you can actually reach it. You can actually try and reach it out. If it's fluent, you can actually battle against AI and try to survive in that kind of aggressive battlefield. Like rockets going all the way, trying to take down these machines that with just one jump or dash, you're basically pudding. You became roadkill on that. So it has that arcade feel. It has that teamwork. It has the weapons, the abilities, the feeling that you're like playing inside Master Chief's suit. And you know what? The best name for this game, it's Call of Halo Mirrors of Battlefield. That'll be like the best band name if this game was a band. If it was like in the music business. And let me tell you, they'll be like the most metal band ever. Like, for that name, I'll go to any concert. That's for sure. So again, what makes this game fun? I have already talked that it has like a lot of, it borrows a lot of elements from different kind of games. That it has joined up with people that used to work on Call of Duty, and surprisingly, I can understand why people are like feeling that Call of Duty doesn't bring anything more to the table. Respawn has made a good mech game. If you have ever wondered like which will be like the best, I think it was called Armored Core, or like people like really enjoyed that mech game that you have to actually buy like the big controller and that. I think it's not gonna be similar, but if you have been craving for a good mech game, this was like a good choice to go. It feels powerful to see on the sky that Titan falling down to wherever you spawn it. And surprisingly, seeing that the Titan actually responds to how you equip it, like you mount it, it does feel like powerful. Like you can actually control the battle. You can actually make something out of it. And that's something that I was worried that even like I thought it was like, oh, it's gonna be like a kill streak and all that, and everyone will be able to get like their Titans even if they were sucking. So that thing is balanced. It's more of how much you survive with it and how you handle in the battlefield. And again, it has that arcade feel that you're going to actually go kill people and try to get like enough points faster so your Titan will get faster. But when the Titans start falling with the players, if you don't play with teams, if you don't play like in Battlefield, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. It doesn't matter if you try to get like the Titan in less than a minute. Like in 30 seconds. There's been people that even spawn with their Titans, but that's another thing I will be talking about later on. What surprises me is the mechanics in this game. The mechanics of the game, it's things that people are getting like annoyed. But again, this is no Call of Duty. This is no normal FPS. We got AI companions. We got Titans. We have abilities that they're not exactly giving you like buffs or like giving you more firepower. It depends more of what you want to do with your Titan and what kind of weapon you want to use on this game, and how good you're in parkour, which you can learn like after an hour. You can master the whole thing. But in the bottom line, the objective of the game is simple: get your Titan and kick some ass. Depending on what you're playing, attrition, that is a team deathmatch. It's team deathmatch. Attrition, that it's domination, or even last Titan standing, depending on which kind of gameplay not gameplay, your game mode you're playing. These abilities, weapons, and how you play will change dramatically because they're balanced so well that you will be able to actually use anything they offer you. So that's kind of cool. Now, speaking of what was fun with the game, I really enjoyed the introduction and the outro for the game. And what I mean is that every time when you get on an FPS, normally you just spawn and that's about it. At least in this game, if you're starting, you get like that sensation that you're going into the battlefield. That you're that sense of warfare, that something is actually happening in the map. Not just with the other players, because again, this is like a 6 versus 6 players. And to be honest, it is a good balance way. I think with more players, this game will be like suffering for a lot of overwhelm over the players. But again, maybe it's just the design of the maps, or even if we have like in the future like bigger maps, maybe it can be put more. But I don't really know. This sense of battlefield, what I mean is that when you when you are deployed, when you jump from that ship and everything starts like raining pods, and it's like, what's going on? The first time I started playing, I was like, holy shit, they're just starting to throw everything at us at this moment. No, it's your grunts, it's your AI, it's your soldiers that are being deployed to take over the streets, to take over the buildings. And curiously about that, although the grunts and the AI on this game wasn't, well, at least in the beta, wasn't as I expected. It gave a lot of ambience. I mean, if you were like going into someone's house or anything, and you find like grunts, maybe they were like fighting, or one guy was like pulling up his wounded body from the battlefield. So it feels like something is actually happening, and you can get a little bit more immersed into the situation. And even I'll be talking a little bit more later about the grunts, but at least I'm trying to point out that this kind of small details and the grunts and the AI with the Titans are part of the mechanics of the game. It's what the game makes it fun, because by killing grunts or even pilots, you get your Titan faster. But how do you make that fun? I mean, we have MOBAs. We have when the creeps are starting to spawn, and all right, yeah, I'm killing them, and I'll get money. I'll get more time, or depending on what kind of games the spawns, grunts, or whatever have a different kind of objective. The objective of the grunts are not just to give you points if they die or not. Is to give like a little bit more of immersion into the game. They're part of the mechanics, so they do matter. Your surroundings are a little bit different from what I saw on the demos, but I hope they bring it back. Like if you're in the middle of the battle, it would be cool to see like, oh, forces from the other side are coming, or they're spawning. Like if you're winning or losing, like you can not just the whole system like, hey, you're losing. Like no, if suddenly you see upstairs, say, hey, that's not my ship. That's the other guy's ship. Oh, we're losing. We have to go in up, and that sense was kind of cool on the part of the demo. I hope because it was a beta, it wasn't included, but it'll be kind of interesting to see what they will give us in the full multiplayer maps. I think there are like 14 I heard so far. Now, since we're talking about the gameplay, let's talk about the mechanics. The mechanics are what makes this game fun. And as part of the mechanics, we had the grunts. I already talked about the grunts, the AI companions that you're going to have around the city. And I was disappointed. Although I've been praising the AI for its mechanics and giving like more of the instance of Battlefield feel of the game, the AI, it's not really competent. Again, I might be saying this a lot, but it's a beta. So I assume that maybe in the full game you're gonna have like different kind of difficulties for the AI. Sure, if you make it more hard, maybe people will lose like interest in them. But let me tell you, if you don't know how to manage the grunts, or even you don't know how to actually get your points out, you're not a good player in this game. Again, this is not Call of Duty, this is not Battlefield, this is a completely different kind of game, which I enjoy. The AI got killed too easy. Like they were just watching me, like seeing around, like, hey, he's coming over there. Let's organize ourselves, shoot, and get killed. To tell you the truth, every time you find the grunts, should be like more like challenge, like a mental challenge to see like, okay, if that's a big group of people, they're gonna shoot you down. Like if you saw in Call of Duty, you shoot like at least 5 or 6 runs where you're playing against in the highest difficulty, you were dead. That was for sure. So I want to feel that. I hope there's more difficulties for the grunt. So you see like they're going to be like a more challenging for each match. Like, oh, I was playing against easy now, easies. Now we are gonna be playing against specters. Like every grunt is a specter. They have more. They require more bullets, and that will actually change a little bit more of how you play the game and maybe making it a little bit more fun. Now, maybe you're asking yourself, what's this kind of warfare that you're talking about? Well, the grunts talk about what you're doing, what's happening about their surroundings. If they're just getting deployed, they will say like, hey, this is the objective, let's go over there. Or if you're running around and they see you like, hey, cover that pilot, cover the guy who's just like jumping around. Or if you're like on top of of another Titan going all the way down to taking it down, they'll be like, he's right in there, like, they praise you. Again, the pilots, supposedly the pilots or whoever you're playing are like the good guys, the elite of the elite, the master chiefs of the resistance or the militia. Resistant militia. I even forgot the name of the military, but anyway. And if there's a Titan around, they just like fuck everything and run. They're starting to hide. They even shoot some rockets to the Titans, which is kind of cool. So you're just not limited to receiving rockets from the rooftop from other people. You just have to know what to kill. So again, the only thing I'm very disappointed about is AI. I hope in the full version there's like more options and we have like a bigger challenge with that. But either way, it's part of the mechanic of the game and I'm happy with it. Now, part of the mechanics is the maps. And again, this is another point that I'm kind of worried because I don't know if they're gonna be Titan friendly. On the beta, we only had like 2 maps to play around, and there were just enough close quarter combat for the time being. So I don't really know what's going to be happening on the 14 maps or how they're going to handle it, because it's supposedly to be like there's a story on this. And so all I have to say is that I hope it becomes Titan friendly. And what I mean is that you can actually use every Titan or every game, or at least you know what Titan will be the best for that map. If you go close quarters, either use an ogre or the Titan or something like that, or if you have to do like long distances. I forgot the other name of the Titan, but again, it's a minor thing. But until I can actually see for the full review the whole maps, I don't really know what's going to happen with the classes. Because with Call of Duty, there was a problem with Modern Warfare 3. There were no maps for what's it called? Snipers. Like, you had a sniper class, but what you can do with a sniper if you're like always in the buildings? I mean, there's nothing wrong having like close quarter combat maps, but if you don't have like a map for those, even for the specific class that you can actually use, so you're basically losing part of like 10% of usability on that, and that doesn't make any sense. But again, if they bring the same kind of immersion, the same kind of Warzone feel that not even the grunts or the sounds are gonna make it, so I hope it brings something new with the maps. I mean, again, it's something we have to see. Unfortunately, we were so limited with the maps on this beta. Now, let's talk about a little bit more of the types of games. I only have a problem with one, because it wasn't really fun. Last Titan Standing, it's basically search and destroy, but the big difference with that is that whatever you're trying to destroy, it's gonna freaking kill you. Yeah, it's instead of you going and plant the bomb, that guy, that Titan is ready for just splatter you. So yeah, you have to be very careful in that kind of game. Attrition, it's the typical team deathmatch. That was the one I was playing most of the time. Or yeah, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I play more attrition than anything else, but I was having fun. I'm guilty about that. But now, Hardpoint. Hardpoint is your classical domination. Domination. I thought it was going to be something new with the mechanics. Again, we have Titans. We have this type of war that you're bringing, this whole thing being cinematical, that you're trying to get into a war zone, it was kind of disappointing to see that hardpoint is just stay there and wait until the whole thing fills up and you capture the point. And that was about it. And that was about it. I thought I was like a little bit anticlimactic. I was like, what happened here? I mean, now I have to camp outside and that's it? Like, you were doing something awesome with the rest of the types of games. Why this one didn't change? And what I'm saying is that idea. I don't care if you want to use it. I don't care if it's going to happen in another game. I'm not in the video game design. I wish I would. But for example, keep the same mechanic for domination. All right, if you have a lot of teams there, you're going to capture that point. Point A, point B, and hard point A, whatever. But if you hack it, if you use your hacking knife that you saw in the training at the beginning of the game, if you hack it, you won't be able to camp. You won't be able to use your weapon. But if you hack it, you get more points. You get your Titan faster, and it's gonna take half of the time. So you're sacrificing your well-being or your life trying to hack something faster. Let's not make it a half time. Let's make it 25% off. So it means that if you have 4 people hacking at the same time, they're gonna have like the whole hard point immediately. And let's add something better. We have the Titans, the mechanics of the whole gameplay, the whole objective of the game. Getting your Titans and all that. Use your Titans for, I don't know, move the hard point to somewhere else. Why the hell not? Maybe the hard point starts in building A, and it's next to the building. Say like, oh, okay, we finished hacking. Grunts, everyone, move the whole thing. The hand, if someone already has its Titan, moves moves the position of the capture device or whatever to another place. It's not destructible. It cannot be destroyed by the other team, and if you destroy it, they lose or something like that. I don't even really care, but use the Titan for this kind of thing. Again, the Titans are part of the mechanic, are part of the gameplay. It surprised me that it was one of the most boring games I had. So you can be creative with that. I wish Hardpoint changes really time soon, and but you can try it. Maybe I'm just bumbling around, but I have my problems with attrition. I mean, attrition now. It's just hard point. And in a nutshell, if you didn't understand what I was saying, why stop there? Improve the whole freaking type of game. Use hacking for making the whole thing faster. Again, you cannot use your weapon when you're hacking. So if you get killed, you're like, oh damn it, I sacrificed myself or whatever. But now let's talk about something that I haven't even mentioned yet. The burn cards. The burn cards of this game clearly fixed one of the biggest problems of power that we have on the game, on some games, even like Call of Duty. Some people say that some perks were not even usable because they were OP or that they should be like nerfed, and they always have that problem. The burn cards on this game will give you power-ups, will give you either tracking devices, they will give you more firepower on your weapons. But here's the catch. Once you use your card, you get killed, or it's gone. It's gone. You won't be able to use it. And I'm fine with it. It's a great mechanic for working on this game. You can use different kind of cards to combine different abilities that you won't be able to use. That's why it's so balanced in this game. You, depending on how skillful you are, you can use one burn card, and that's it for a match. And if you constantly win, you're gonna get so many good options that you're basically going to be winning like a lot of tons of cards there. Now, they make the difference. These cards make the difference. If you don't know how to use them, or you use the wrong cards, you won't be able to win sometimes. Sometimes you do require like the extra kick for winning fast or getting your Titan fast. And these are good options because it gives you more options to go around, to try different types of either abilities, to give you like a little bit of boost of rewards of for being a good player. These are your kill streaks. The deck you're receiving, the burn cards, are, besides your Titan, is your kill streak. So I don't see anything wrong with it. But At the same time, I cannot believe they didn't go beyond with this concept. I'm scared. I'm scared of giving the idea because this is EA, and I don't want this game to turn into a play-to-win game. It's talking about trading card games. I love to play trading card games. I love to like try it and buy the cards and see like the packages and see if you get like an ultra rare and all that. So I'm gonna give away the just in case, but I hope it doesn't backfire. And if it happens, you know who to blame, and I'll accept the guilt. I will say that it was my fault. So why stop with just a little bit like get like 20-30 cards for your burn card deck, and that's it? Why not try to use the trading cards like if it was a trading card game? The burn cards like a trading card game. Like if you win a match or anything, you can get like a special pack, or you can choose randomly a pack and get cards. Like if you were like buying, let's say, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, or the new My Little Pony cards, and your foils or rares will be better depending on how many wins you have, or how if you win or something like that. Why not try to do that? Why not have a trading system with other players? That if someone gets like, hey, I have, I don't know, this, you can summon this Titan at the beginning of a match. I need this card, and everyone will make offers. Everyone will try to achieve that card or even get it for their playthroughs. And again, since these are burn cards, if they're used, they're gone. So there's a lot of options to continue this. And you can get like, anyone can get like all the cards. And it's going to be like a raffle. Like if you get a good card, awesome. If not, well, it doesn't matter. You might getting like a lot of, there was a problem that I found that I had like tons of cards that I didn't use because of the weapon. But sometimes it was just because I didn't like the effect, or the effect didn't make sense for me. So why not make it another system inside the trading card game? How about if you use 3 cards for creating another one? So you use your burn cards to get, oh, that thing played. You use your burn cards for getting something that you're gonna be using. I don't know, it might be not just 3 cards. Let's say you need 4 cards of certain weapon plus 2 titans and whatever. So you can use 1 burn card. Yeah, sure, maybe the whole concept seems weird or pain, or trying to get these cards, the value is too much. But again, it is part of a good, if you know how to do it, you'll get like a great system for playing. And people that like to collect, they will try to collect all the cards that we have inside the game. They're limited? Sure, there might be limited. But it doesn't mean that you won't be able to have fun with it. So why stop there? Now, I was saying that this could backfire because EA can turn that you can buy like packs of burn cards by 99 cents a pack or something like that, making microtransactions with the game, which scares me to hell. Because this game is really good. The game doesn't deserve this kind of treatment. And again, I'll be really pissed and I'll accept the charge if EA finds out, does this, and screws it over. Now, I don't mean that it cannot happen, but if it happens, all that, at least let's try to make it smart. Like you can get certain cards if you only pay, but that doesn't mean that you cannot get them if you win or something like that. Like make it accessible for everyone else. So I think I'm gonna end on that note. So clearly I don't know how much time I've been talking to the camera, and I appreciate that you're staying all this time here. So in a nutshell, will you pay $60 for a non-campaign multiplayer game? On this date, no. I wouldn't pay $60 for this game in this state. $40, yeah. I think I'll go with $40 with that. That being said, if there's better updates, if the full game is a completely different story of what I've been talking about in this, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, I hope it's 20, it will be worth it. it will be worth it. It is satisfying to play to battle on those mechs. It is satisfying to a certain point, at least even in the 2 maps. And it is also satisfying to punch, to go Falcon punch on your opponent and rip him off from his Titan. It just seemed like it is too satisfying, and I didn't have like a lot of fun in a long time until I played this beta. So I'm really expecting a lot from this game because it's bringing a lot of concepts from different kind of franchises. And that's something good. That's something that we haven't seen in a while. And I hope for the best. It combines arcade, a really great arcade feel of Call of Duty, we want to say it like that. And the teamwork that you must have in Battlefield. I don't see anything wrong with combining those. So, March, when it comes, I'm going to be expecting something good. That's for sure. Oh, and I almost forget about something, the graphics. I haven't talked about the graphics, but again, this was a demo, so I don't know if we have like the full graphics on that. I have an XPS. I had to play it in the lowest settings on my computer. It is still impressive to see the detail you get, even in the lowest settings. You know why? You know why? I was even impressed with that. It is the Source engine. Why it's not the Frostbite or anything, I don't care. It is a freaking Source engine, so that thing will run smoothly in a decent computer. Think about that.